Okay, now same brush, wet. I'm going to use the next color is burnt umber. This one I gotta be really careful. So just see, I'm creating a wash with it with the floating medium, and the brush is not super loaded, it's just a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, this is so transparent, I'm probably gonna need more paint. And spread it with your finger. No, it's good. And in the creases of the eye, right there, around the face, same areas that I just applied paint, I continue to apply darker, darker, darker. This trick of moving the paint with the finger really works, because other people do it with the different dry brush is what I've seen people do. Also move the paint with drier brush. I don't know, I don't like that. Okay, around the eyes, in the creases of the eyes, move it around with your finger. Don't be afraid, this is just a very relaxing thing to do. And like I told you in my videos before, journaling is just an awesome way of getting everything out of your system. People sometimes don't journal because they're afraid somebody's gonna read what they write. And this is a statement that I wrote in my journals. If you're reading these, which is private and you shouldn't be, and you read something that you don't like, then whose fault is it? Because mainly what I write is just feelings I'm having at the moment, and I'm dealing with them. So they're really not totally like real. It might be something that I'm really feeling in the moment, but that's about it. So okay, I'm liking how dark she's coming out, because I'm a dark-skinned girl, so awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to use white, and I'm also gonna do the same thing with the floating medium. I'm really applying the white in here, making sure that it's more transparent, not a stick. And this white I'm going to apply in the cheekbones, right here underneath the lip, everything that is when you touch yourself, you know, you like the nose, you know that it, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but I mean the T-zone, that's it. The T-zone is what I'm applying white on, and I'm just putting it on top. Cheekbone, spread it with your fingers. Just highlighting the face is what you're doing. Okay, here I'm going to see what I'm doing in the nostrils, and applying a little bit of white in there just to bring it out. Okay, and that little dip underneath the nose, and applying white in there. And now I'm going to use a smaller, finer brush, because I'm going to apply the same white around the lip, just to highlight it, to highlight the lip, like it's, you know, moving forward. Hope that you can see that. The dip of the nose, right inside the dip of the nose. I'm going to, I don't think I mean, I like to draw, but I have never show people how, because I feel that other people out there are better than me. But if you guys want me to, I will totally put a video up of how I draw the face and explain you a little bit here and there. But like I said, I don't know if I'm the best for that, because I just don't know. Okay, then now I'm going to use pink. I'm going back to a brush, a round brush, using pink, and then the pink color here, and I'm going to also put a little bit of the floating solution. And what I'm doing is just putting pink on the cheeks, and I like this. Really cute. You can totally use a darker pink that I am using, because I probably should have. You're not gonna be able to tell what I'm doing. Maybe I just stop the video and go get it. Get a darker pink. But I kind of like this. But what you see is just the cheeks, so I think I'm going to stop the video and go get a darker pink so you can tell. This is really cute. You can't really tell though. Okay, I went and got another pink, a little darker, and this one is called Pink Balloon. And I don't think it's much darker, but we'll see. Yeah, it is. So I'm applying paint in there, and okay, I went and got another pink, a little darker, and this one is called Pink Balloon. And I don't think it's much darker, but we'll see. Yeah, it is. So I'm applying paint in there, and I'm telling you, use this floating medium. I can tell that that's the key for using these folk art colors on painting the face. If it doesn't move around, it will not look good. So move the paint around with the floating medium and your fingers. And of course, this is not a very okay, I'm really liking the way that it's looking a lot. But what I'm noticing is that the paint does not move very very good, like it does not float good, and doesn't float very good. So you really have to be careful. Okay. Now, I didn't show you how to paint the neck, but I'm doing the same thing in the neck. So I'm gonna move the camera and show you. I'm telling you, use this floating medium. I can tell that that's the key for using these folk art colors on painting the face. If it doesn't move around, it will not look good. So move the paint around with the floating medium and your fingers. And of course, this is not a very okay, I'm really liking the way that it's looking a lot. But what I'm noticing is that the paint does not move very very good, like it does not float good, and doesn't float very good. So you really have to be careful. Okay. Now, I didn't show you how to paint the neck, but I'm doing the same thing in the neck. So I'm gonna move the camera and show you. Okay, here we're gonna paint the neck. Same thing I'm doing, same thing that I did with the face. First I'm gonna apply Vintage White all over it. And I'm gonna try to do it really fast, because what I'm noticing is that these paints they dry really fast. So I like to apply the colors one on top of another to kind of mix them together and do that shadowing. So that's what I'm noticing. So it's totally wet and it's totally drying really fast. And now I'm gonna do the yellowish color, which is that Turner's yellow that I was telling you about. And I'm going to apply it right underneath the neck, and it's a lot. On this side, I'm going to apply a lot more. Okay. Move it with your fingers, the paint, for sure. And this in here needs a little bit more shadow. Okay, next I'm trying to do this motion fast. Okay, I'm really liking these. It's doable, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You guys have Sirius Radio. I love my Sirius Radio. We got rid of cable, we stay with the music. I watch TV online. Anyway, you can see what I'm doing in here, the paint. And now I'm going to apply the burnt umber here underneath the neck. Right in there, that line needs to be darker, and on the side of the neck. So and then applying it all around and in here, moving it with your fingers. Then I'm going to go get my watercolor pencils. I love to give shadows with watercolor pencils and acrylic glaze combined. It just gives more definition to what I'm painting. I like it. Some people might not. It's up to you. But I'm going to show you how I give shadows, more shadows to the eyes by applying watercolor pencils.